Welcome, dudes and chicks. Time to get out your dicks and your tits. Welcome to the podcast.
I feel like my intros get worse and worse every week. I do the best what I got, which ain't really that good.
Well, you gotta make it funny somehow. It's the only way to make money with these things.
I guess so. But this week I got two new guests. Well, we have Darian back, and we have Mike, which
It's a
I'm
shame
always
you can't see my pretty face. It's not that pretty, but
Yeah, that
I'm
camera.
back.
I tried it today. It wouldn't fit for all of us. I need to get something to set it up back more. So
Gonna get
I can't do
fisheye
camera.
lens?
Yeah. So I have to work on getting that. But we have two new guests. Which one of you ladies like to introduce yourself first?
I'll go first. My name's Alyssa.
All right.
Okay. My name is Courtney.
I'm surprised that you didn't say much.
Seriously.
Out of anyone here, Alyssa talks the most.
Yeah, you haven't really talked to me much, have you?
No, not really.
No. I have a lot to say. And
Well, this is the right place to do it.
Yeah, if you can actually slow it down enough for people to understand me.
You can slow down the podcast. On certain streams, you can actually pick like to fast forward like 3 times or slow down 3 times, so it plays different speeds. I think Spotify does it, or iHeartRadio. I forget which one. One of them does.
I don't have either of those, but I'm sure you do.
You don't have Spotify?
We are
No.
on all of those.
You need
Totally
Spotify.
missing out.
Spotify is great.
I did have it at one point, but like, I don't listen to music
That's all
like
I
that.
use
I listen to
is
my scene kid
Spotify.
music, and that's about it. Like, I'm stuck back in like 2009 with, you know, like that like shag, like weird mullet type hairstyle and like all the bracelets. Like, I have one on right now actually. It has a mustache on it. Look, so cute.
Stash you a question.
Like, I'm
Guess I'll shave
I'm
it
about
for
at the
later.
point where I'm about to get back into my scene phase because the nostalgia.
Oh, jeez.
I think I'm with you there, but I haven't worn a pair of skinny jeans in probably 10 years.
I still wear skinny jeans.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
can still
over
fit
it.
into skinny jeans.
Yeah, skinny jeans
Well,
just make.
You
Go-
guys are women. Of course you would wear skinny jeans.
It's different for guys when it comes to wearing those. I never wore them, period.
I miss the
I used to ride
studded
belts.
belts.
Me too.
Those studded belts,
The
They
black
had my
and the
heart.
silver.
all of them.
I
Like the
fucked
black.
some
I had the
kids
black
up
and
by
green. I
studded
had the
belt.
black and white. I had the black and purple. I just had straight black. I actually still have my straight black one. Yeah. When I say I'm stuck in the scene kid phase, I'm still stuck in it, like low key. Like hiding in like the new school type modern shit. But
The definition of a big titty goth girl.
I'd love that. I'd love that. Like, I would love to rock another trip skirt again. Like, it'd just be fine to just go out in like a nice red and black trip skirt, all the chains hanging from it, like fishnets.
Abby Shudo. That's all I can think of.
I love it.
Does anybody know
is
who
it
I'm
called?
talking about?
No.
No.
NCIS?
Oh
I
yes.
was
gonna
Oh,
say,
the
I
girl
assume
with
you guys
the-
don't live
yes.
under
The
a
girl
rock.
with the bangs.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love her.
I didn't watch NCIS. So I don't know.
Oh, you're missing
You
it.
definitely
Listen
should. If
out.
you like goth girls whatsoever, you should watch it.
Didn't
She's
think,
awesome.
didn't think I did.
You
but
know
I
that
might.
spider tattoo is not real.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
The spider tattoo on her neck, not real.
Oh,
I was
Yep.
disappointed when
I know
I figured
it's-
out that fact.
I know it's that's
not
for
upset about
a lot of movies and shows. A lot of the tattoos for some people are fake.
She does have a couple, I think, that are real.
Yeah, then you can tell, but like
You
there's
tell-
quite a few that are fake.
If
on
you
her.
actually pay attention to movies, you can tell what you're fake and what you're real. You can tell. The fake ones are highly detailed, like very vibrant,
Yep.
while the other ones
look
you can
like they're
tell
trying
they're
to be on
faded
them.
and stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Like-
if you actually look at it and you watch it all the way through, they kind of move it around a little bit.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not in the exact same
No.
spot.
Yeah.
They
And
like
they
would move
flip
it
it
further back
once
on
in
her
a while.
back. Like they would
Wow.
move it further onto her shoulder sometimes. Like it would kind of depend on the episode. Like it's not a lot, but like if you're paying attention to it, you'd for sure
You'll
notice
notice.
it.
That's the type of things I notice when I watch TV shows. I notice fuck-ups, and I notice when things switch.
Yeah.
If I'm really into it.
that's Mikey's mom.
Really?
Oh, she's the worst.
I'm a very vigilant person.
Observant.
What my mom does, what every show and movie we watch, and you know I hate that she does this. She's obsessed with Friends, which is fine.
I love Friends.
I grew up watching it too, and I had the Lego set of Central Perk right there, with the whole cast sitting in their seats. And what she does that aggravates me is every actor or actress she sees, if they're on Friends, she goes, "Hey Mikey, guess what? They were on Friends. I'm like, oh my god, Mom.
There's little umbrellas and everything. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, and you have Phoebe playing the guitar.
Yep.
That's
Like one
funny.
day you
Her
have
piano's
to show
over there too.
You have to show the viewers, like all of this. Just one day, just tour.
Just that. I got so many awesome Lego sets. I got the Avengers Tower behind you. I got Batmobile behind you. Guardian ship, the X-Wing fighter.
There's some stuff over there too.
Yeah, I got Darth Vader's
And you
castle
put
right
them all
behind
together?
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Jeez.
all these are mine.
More time on your hands than I do.
My toys.
I have time on my hands, but like, I don't use it well enough, clearly.
I got addicted to it when we bought this one over here, the Avengers Helicarrier.
Mm-hmm.
We bought that together at a Lego store, and that was like the biggest mistake for me because then I got hooked. And I've been buying Lego sets ever since.
And they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
No.
They're super expensive.
Legos got dumb expensive.
The cheapest ones
Kids
are
have been wanting them so badly.
the ones behind me.
Not even kids. The 40-year-olds that grew up playing with
Pokemon
Legos.
cards, have you seen how much they're going for right
Yeah.
now?
Who was
PSA stopped grading because there were so many people sending in cards
Yeah.
that they put a whole stop to grading. And you have to pay so much money now to even like just grade one card. It's like $10 a card or some shit. Like think about that.
Yeah.
If you don't send it in a bundle, like you're paying so much money for it. It's not even worth it, especially if you're not going to get a 10 on it.
My parents are going down in person because I got Tom Brady's rookie card, and they're going to get it graded for me, so I know how much to sell it for. But I'm not selling it yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because I
I've
think the
sold on
last
to that for
person got
another
it.
40 years.
The last person got a lot of money off of that, and you will if you hold on to
He
it.
got
get a lot of money.
1.4 mil off the last one,
Right.
and I'm waiting until he gets his gold Hall of Fame jacket because it's the last thing he needs. Once he gets that, his value won't go up.
Really?
Yeah, after that, it either goes down or it stays.
You don't think it would go up if he keeps playing a couple seasons?
No, I'm saying once he gets his Hall of Fame jacket,
when you're in the
he's
Hall of
officially
Fame.
done.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
fair
can't get
enough.
that while you're
Like
active.
you're retired.
Fair enough.
Everyone thinks he should be the first active NFL player to be in the Hall of Fame, but
Fucking right.
they don't want to do that rule.
On his last season, he should be indicted in the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt in my mind.
It should be as soon as he walks out when he's retired, they should just give him a jacket. Trade his jersey for a jacket and
Yep.
he's all set. We all know he's going in.
Just like Shooter McGavin thought he was going to get. And he got told to go fuck himself.
Now Brady won't. He'll walk over and smack Goodell in the face. Give me my jacket, bitch.
For real.
Yeah, I'm excited for that day. I can't wait. I was
That'll be
happy
awesome.
seeing Peyton Manning in the Hall of Fame.
hmm
That was awesome. A lot of good legends winning this past year. Well, last 2 years was a good class. A lot of the greats winning.
I get a good laugh when I saw that fake picture where it was the meme.
Oh yeah, Peyton's.
Peyton's bust.
yeah.
His fucking forehead was like
Yeah, his forehead was like up
8
to here.
inches tall.
It was awesome.
I have
That was
not
funny.
seen that.
That was a funny one. No, but I like how I think it's called Brady went to see Peyton get inducted.
Mhm.
And did you see why Brady said he went? He said, "I had to go out and make sure he stayed retired. I don't want him coming back." And I don't blame him.
I heard they get along pretty well.
Yeah, they're like best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are the
thought
best
so.
rivals, though.
Oh yeah.
The close friends are best rivals always.
If you hate somebody, it's not that much of a rival.
No,
If it's me and you, it's
Oh.
a hell of a rival.
that'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a fun time. Those are always the best. Even like, because I grew up with wrestling, I still watch it.
Mhm.
The outside wrestlers that are best friends put on the best shows. The ones that rarely work together and don't like each other are the worst to watch. But the ones that like grew up together or anything, they have the best chemistry. You watch and it's like a
I've
5-star
seen
every
it's
time.
gotten really bad though.
Oh, it's gotten fucking terrible.
If you watch WWE is bad. AEW is phenomenal because it's ran by wrestlers, not ran by businessmen.
Yeah.
I
Chris
haven't
Jericho
seen
runs
that.
AEW, and he wrestles in it
I knew
too.
that there was like another type of thing like that, but I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, it's all elite wrestling. They just pick up the best of the best around the world, and they just put on the best shows. Right now,
Speaking of wrestling, we're going to see SummerSlam on Saturday.
yeah, they're playing it in theaters, so we got tickets to go see it.
What time?
8.
Starts at
Wow.
8, ends at 1 in the morning.
When you guys go, like where are you guys going for it?
Randolph.
Oh, that's so far.
No, it's not bad. And then I'm excited for the main event. It's Roman Reigns and John Cena for the championship. If John Cena wins, he'll be the first ever 17-time world champion in wrestling.
Jesus Christ.
He's tied with Ric Flair with 16.
Woo!
He was just in Japan. He was his
No,
jeez, what the hell was that?
I
His
checked out video and done that.
his son-in-law wrestles over there in
Should have been
Japan.
at least expected.
and he showed up on the show, and he started fighting one of the older guys that was there. It was
Oh,
funny to
really?
watch. Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
awesome. He still
God.
does his whole thing still. Does those chest chops, and he fucking pokes him in the eye still like he always did. It's funny to watch.
My brother used to get me all the time as a kid. He'd be sitting there at the fucking dinner table, and he'd be like, "Hey, you know that really old wrestler? I can't think of his name. What the fuck is his name? Ric Flair!" He just screams. I'm like, what the fuck? It was a slap that would get me good. You prick.
I watch the way you do those chops. It fucking hurts.
Didn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
the luxury of having a brother for that. I had older sisters, and I got hit with a tire iron instead.
Ugh.
They're watching ECW instead.
Except it wasn't fake.
She
Those
put me in a
hurt.
refrigerator. Shut the door. My mom found me when she got her coffee. It was a fun time.
Yeah, it sounds like ECW to me.
She was a hell of a kid. Like, we had like a 3-foot snowstorm, like 4, all of 2 foot tall, and she decided to throw one of my favorite like toys out the window at 4 years old, and we lived on the 3rd floor. And she made me go outside in the snow, and it's like up to my neck, and I'm digging for this fucking toy. I ended up going back inside with it and stuff. Found cookies on the front porch, so like it all worked out. You know, like it was given as a gift for like Christmas or whatever. I don't know if it was Christmas or like maybe the day before, and he just left it from our landlord. But I remember getting cookies. I was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Like at least I get a little reward for spending like an
She
hour
ended up
outside.
leaving the toy outside and brought the cookies instead. Fuck that toy, I got cookies.
Surprisingly, they were right in front of our door. It was like an apartment building where you had to like walk inside kind of thing like that, and then
Oh,
go up
yeah,
to the
I
3rd
gotcha.
floor. And he put him right in front of everybody's door, but he must have done it after I went outside. Because it was super early in the morning because we were hoodlums and like would wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and just ruin the house. Like when I say ruin, I mean ruin. Like that Christmas, we used to have like a half door. Like it wasn't a full door. It was like 2 separate sections, but they took the top section off and would just like put
Oh,
like
yeah.
a fan on it, and we wouldn't push it out. My older sister, being tall enough, did push it out. And then my twin sister and I climbed up on the edge of the couch over that door into the kitchen. When I say we got into everything, I do mean we got into everything. We got flour all over the floor. We ended up having...
Oh, no.
We made the biggest and tallest glasses of chocolate milk filled to the brim of Nesquik chocolate milk. We ate it by the spoon before we even like made it. So we had dug out like mad spoonfuls of it and like ate it. Then made the chocolate milk. We were like 4 at this time, 5 at this time.
They're doing the cinnamon challenge for it was cool.
Pretty much.
Chocolate syrup.
We didn't
challenge.
drink the chocolate milk. We just left it. My mom was hot. We got into the fruit roll-ups, everything that you could think of that we got into, we got into. And then I remember just getting a big-ass spoonful of peanut butter. I was in the middle of eating it. And then I thought I heard my mom get up. And she, like, my mom was a scary woman when it came to, like, getting in trouble. We already knew we was getting our ass beat. So, like, when I heard her getting up, if I had that spoonful of peanut butter in my mouth, she would have beat my ass so hard with that spoon. So, I was, like, at her door listening. I heard her, like, I heard her move or something. I thought she was getting up. So, I ran so fast with the spoon in my mouth still, I jumped. I landed on the couch. And I gagged on that spoon so hard because it went like halfway down my throat. It wasn't a small spoon either. It was a massive spoon, like one of those like big, like you're scooping out like potatoes spoon.
Jesus.
If that didn't give it away, I don't know what did.
All she heard in there was, oh. What the fuck was that?
So yeah, my mom got up shortly after that. Did we get her ass beat? Fucking right, we did. It was
I can just imagine what she heard was footsteps. She just heard, what the hell was that? What the hell's in the, what the hell on the house?
considering like her bedroom was like right there and the couch was like right here, like it wasn't far away. It was just a run, leap, and I didn't think because I just bit down on the spoon just for impact, and it just collided because I landed face first on the couch.
You're lucky you didn't smash your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of cracks in my teeth from the shit my sister's on. You know, you heard about the tire iron and all that stuff. That time my sister headbutted me because she didn't want to give me the phone. All those times. I was almost kicked fully down the stairs. Like, when I say kicked, I mean, like, Chuck Norris, like, kicked down the stairs.
I fell down the stairs all the time as a kid.
I did too, but this would have fucking sent me flying. I wouldn't have even hit the first like 6. I would have hit like the last like 7, and then
A
tumbled
drop
down.
kick down the stairs.
She kicked me so hard in my stomach. Like having sisters. If you think having brothers was bad, have sisters,
I don't have
and
either.
especially a twin sister at that. Like
Try
having a
having
twin
a sister
sister,
that's 20 years older than you and a little fucking cuckoo in the head.
I'd
my
be
nep-
afraid.
My nephew's 3 months older than me.
Alyssa's not 20 years older than you, you know. She's cuckoo, but she's not older than
I'm not your sister either. So, my sister's fucked. I love her to death, but she's fucked.
I think we could all say that about our family, but yeah.
Yeah, so we used to go back and forth. Me and my nephew used to just fucking antagonize her all day long. She finally got to a point where she started throwing shit at us.
Oh.
And then it came to the point where she's throwing fucking steak knives across the room
Oh
at
my
us.
god.
The best part about it is my parents never believed us.
2 of you saying the same thing and they don't believe shit. They're like, no, my baby girl could never do anything. That's my firstborn. Like, what? Excuse me?
Fucking Call of Duty moves on. You're trying to get a throwing knife across the map the whole
And
time.
so-
She's like, you guys check this out, over the house!
Ends up with a whole knife sticking out of his shoulder. She did that, I swear.
No, you did
No,
it
you
yourself.
did it.
Yeah,
Yourself.
you're fucking
Like,
serious.
You're a liar. Like, you did it. What'd you do? Like,
Hey, that reminds me, ever see the vine of the kid running around the pool? What's that in your hand? A knife! Like, no! He has a big steak knife in his
Yeah.
hand. What are you holding? A knife! He's all excited.
I do love that one. I watch that every chance I
That's
get.
funny.
That's one of the funniest vines I've ever seen.
I feel like that's my nieces and nephews. Sad to say, but those gremlins, they scare
My
me.
phone, I'm gonna find it now.
Yeah, my sister's calmed down a lot over the years.
It takes age.
Not knife, not steak knives, butter knives now.
No.
maybe just toys this time.
She's still a person I would never fight ever in my fucking life. I have watched her take down a man that's 6'6", about 300 pounds with one swing.
Oh. Well,
Never in my
Can you
fucking
tell me
life.
her name when we're done with this so that I know who to avoid? Because I'm a spitfire. I'll get myself in and out of a fight just fine, but like you take down like 6.5-foot men, like
I found it.
I'd think a little twice.
Wow.
I definitely think twice when fighting her.
Play it again. Play it again.
And let me see what you have.
That no is the classic.
I love that.
It's
Isn't
almost
that
like
how
she
excited
didn't
the
even
kid is too? A knife! He's all excited.
You know he's gonna be like a psychopath when he gets older or something. Like,
Playing too. They gotta say it's video games.
Yep.
they're gonna
always
bring
do.
up that video and be like, "Really, video games, huh?" Oh,
I think he's
Interesting.
been fucked since he was 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked in the head, excuse me. We gotta correct ourselves on that one.
Yeah,
Because nobody knows what we're fucking talking about anymore.
No.
There's too many Karens in the world.
Right, everybody gets offended.
This is like the time of the pussy. Like you know how like they have like
I
the
think
year
it's
of the
usually
rat,
about
year
9,
of the
9:30
horse.
at night for most people.
Alright, that's the end of this one. No, I'm kidding.
We got a couple hours to go.
A couple hours. They're an hour apiece. How many are we doing?
Well, shit, I don't know. I've never been here before. I'm just going with the flow.
Well, we'll keep going this one. We'll plan after. Oh, shit. Well, I know this one won't make it much longer.
Nah, we'll be fine.
You tell
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
About
right.
7:30, eyes will be closing. Mid-conversation.
You can already tell she's tired because she ain't talking.
Serious.
No, she's been talking quite a bit too. She puts her input in.
No, but she talks a lot more when she's awake. I know when she's tired. You're tired. Sleepy head.
I feel that.
I know how she is.
What flavor is that, my friend?
We're talking about USB sticks for everyone listening.
Robot dicks.
Oh, what? Wait, what is this contraption? I'm confused.
Those are eye drops.
Yeah, put that in your eye.
Ah,
you
fuck!
put this in there?
Yeah,
I didn't know they were refillable.
this one is. It's no,
That's interesting.
saves a lot of money.
Mine is raspberry watermelon.
My lungs are fucked up. I don't bother.
Can I try this?
Yeah, you ain't got the herpes, do you?
No.
Good.
Do I press a button?
Yes.
Just hold it?
Everyone's trying stuff.
We're all trying crack. Secretly.
Yeah, we gotta keep the podcast entertaining somehow.
I gotta stay awake somehow, Mikey.
I need one of these.
It's about $50.
Why is it pink?
Whole package. That's the
Because
only
real men
color
wear
they
pink.
have.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? My father
The
used to
only reason
wear
we
a pink collared
is
shirt to
we leave
work.
a red sock in
He
the
worked in the
laundry.
office.
Really?
No.
I was gonna say, you don't do it intentionally?
I've got a couple of pink shirts.
I don't have any. I would
Make my
I
eyes
would
pop,
wear pink.
Surprisingly.
What color are your eyes?
Green.
Ah, same as mine.
Very bright green.
Yeah. Mine candy bright. Depends on the day, what I'm wearing. Everything kind of looks dingy when I'm wearing something dark.
Mine are orange.
Orange?
Well, that
You
was
mean
a rough
like
joke.
golden?
No, that was just an Alyssa joke. Very bad. That's what that was.
Yep.
Oh.
You hear the crickets in the background? Because I do.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna find an audio clip of crickets and play it right at that moment, which says, "Mine are orange." So
Why I left
nothing
it in
happens.
silence for a couple of seconds.
No, and then you hear me, really? Like,
I might even just censor that joke. I might just censor it.
No!
I'm so naive. I'd be like, what?
Me too.
Like, I'd be like, for real? Like,
Yeah.
can I see? Like, shit.
Did you know if you say gullible really slowly, it sounds like banana?
I used to fall for that joke.
You thought about it for
no.
a second.
No, no,
yeah, you
you
did. You were quiet. You were doing it in your head. You were like,
I wish you could have known
Not
me
even
so well.
I did the same
Of course
shit.
I know you so well. I'm
I saw the
engaged
look
to
on
you,
your face and I
butthead.
knew it immediately.
Because I was like thinking, like, no, I don't think that's right. It's almost like the gullibles written on the ceiling.
I remember that one.
Yes, I have followed
No,
to
but
that
like
too.
for real, like someone really did write it on my ceilings. I think we painted over it and stuff, but like we'd say it and they'd be like, I'm not falling for that. I'd be like, no, seriously, it really is. Like, and then they'd be all mad because they didn't fall for it, but they should have.
Oh, man. Well, that time would be funny because you look up and it's actually like, oh shit.
It's really there. What do you know?
One of my friends at her house, like for some reason, every guest she has in her house, she has them right on her ceiling. Like just something on her ceiling. So you know, like
Well, like the wall behind you that has stuff on it.
no, I mean like this is just a painted ceiling and like in pen, pencil, whatever, like just writing on it. So she told me to write on it and tells me to stand on her fucking dining room table. I'm like, ma'am, like I'm in my socks. You want me to stand on your dining room table? You eat there. So I did. I did, in fact,
A lot of
stand
people
on
are
her
into
table.
that, you know.
I mean, true. And
I'm not. But
I'm not either. All you fucking weirdos out there that like feet can stain your
That's
caves.
gross.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Feel gross.
I didn't know what to write, so I wrote, I got a jar of dirt. See what's inside it. I wrote it like the way obviously it's in Pirates of the Caribbean
Yeah.
and stuff. But it was funny because she didn't know what it was from either, so I had to play it, and she actually laughed. I was surprised when she laughed. When her son came, I was like, Mom, really? You didn't know that? He's like, we watched it a million times.
I haven't seen those in so long. I like those movies.
I've only probably watched half of them. Like, and by half of them, I mean watched them all, but half of them, half of each one.
So you probably only saw like one.
Yeah, all together, pretty much. Like, I know the concept of
I know
it.
I've seen them all. I just haven't seen them in a long time. I haven't probably seen them since I was like 15, probably.
Yeah,
haven't
I feel
watched
the
one
You're
same.
since
getting old. That was like 100 years ago now.
10, but yeah. I'm not that old.
That's right. You're only a year older than me.
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
24.
It's okay.
He looks like a
So-
grown-ass man.
It's okay. I know I'm sexy. It's all right.
Yeah, you look like you're...
Yeah, you are.
So much... I'm older than you. I'm older than you.
It's the smile in the eyes that gets him every time.
It makes my knees weak every time.
What?
Stop.
Guys, I'm over here losing my mind. He's younger. He looks
Yeah, I know.
older. I mean, you look older than me, too. You're younger than... Wait, you're about my age.
Like, he's 25.
25.
When's your, well, what month is your birthday?
December.
Yeah, I am older than you. No,
I
When's
your
your birthday?
March, so you are older than me.
What year?
96. He's
95.
December 95.
Damn, you're fucking old.
Damn, I thought you were my age.
She's the old one.
No?
I know.
Wait, how old are you?
34.
Whoa.
30.
Whoa! Whoa! Hold the phone, guys.
Did you just find that out now?
Yeah, what? Yes.
Yeah, what?
Yes.
Yeah, what? It's not an Asian. Yeah, what?
Yes. What?
Yes, I'm 27.
No.
Yeah, she's almost 30, dude.
I was born in 94 and I stayed back in first grade.
I stayed back in kindergarten.
How do you stay back in the kindergarten when kindergarten's
She couldn't
not
put
even...
the square block in the square, she put it in the circle
Kindergarten's
instead.
not even
Actually,
mandated.
It was because I was put in a foster home. My sister couldn't keep up. She was a little depressed always in her whole life. So, because we were twins and they put us in the same place, they held me back. So, it wasn't me. I'm a smart person. They held me back as my sister. So, I mean, you know.
I mean, I have ADD, but we didn't know that at the time. So.
I got to meet you guys. I wouldn't have met you guys if I didn't. I'd be in a whole different place. Maybe Arizona. Who knows?
You never know.
Very dry.
Yeah, my mom wanted to move there. I don't know why.
Just like some people's sense of humor.
Yeah.
Very dry.
You can't be friends with those type of people.
Nope.
Some people have some type of dark humor. Some type of humor. If it's not dark, some type of humor at least.
Mm-hmm. You can't have no sense of humor. If I gotta tell you I have to buy you a sense of humor, we're not friends.
Yeah, that's true. That's no fun. They got no humor. Or
So,
when every
well,
joke
thing
goes
is
over
you-
their head.
Yeah, you can't really joke with them, and then you're sitting there like, okay, what do I say next?
Like my whole life's a joke. Like what the fuck am I supposed to talk to you about?
Literally, no.
I hate those people when you make a joke like, oh man, this sucks, huh? I'd rather do this than whatever. You make a joke like that, and they
Yeah.
don't laugh. I'm like, alright, I guess I'll fuck myself.
Always my
Precisely.
response.
Well, I guess I go fuck myself then. It is what it is.
What I do at work is if someone doesn't laugh at my joke, I go, alright, well, I guess you're a dick, huh? That or I go say, oh, sorry, should I say that loud? Did you not hear me that time?
I ask them for lube and they look at me real funny.
I asked for a hand job, they'll give me funny. I don't know why.
I wonder why.
I just say the porta potty right there, come on.
Ew.
$20 is $20, right?
My God.
Hey, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Gotta make it how you
And
make
a hand
it.
is a hand. Doesn't matter who it
Lips
belongs
are
to.
lips.
Hand's a hand,
They
just
all
close
feel
your
the
eyes.
same.
Just close your eyes.
I wish you guys could see the look on my face right now, because I'm just sitting here like,
This might be the first
Oh,
rated R episode of this
I
podcast.
can't.
I thought I've had it close because I've had podcasts where we talked about hentai for about an hour
oh
straight.
my.
And I don't even remember how the fuck it came out. I think we were talking about anime, then we got into hentai
I
after.
know
Is it
exactly
nice?
what, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
exactly what that is.
Yeah, tentacle porn.
No, it's not just tentacle
It's
porn.
not, but that's what we were talking about,
It
though.
is essentially, it's,
It's anime, but porn.
yeah.
But we
I
were
turned
talking
some of it
about...
on the other day because I was scrolling through Reddit. I'm like, the fuck is this? I've never watched it a day in my life.
Me neither.
Did you
It's
regret
weird
it?
shit.
No.
Why?
It's funny sometimes.
That's
It's
the
funny
main
more than
reason.
anything. I didn't watch it until...
I see that when it's advertised on, like, Pornhub, and I don't know why on Pornhub it's advertised, but, like, I'd rather that not be part of my, like, recommended thank you.
What I always find weird when they play ads for sex video games.
True.
You will come in 20 seconds after
Yes,
watching this
yeah.
video.
I know. Those ones are so... I'm like, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah, okay. I've
I'm
been
like,
searching
I'm just
for
trying
that
to have a
video
good
for
time. Why
3
you-
years now.
I'm always like, dude,
True.
I'm trying to have a good time, and you're yelling at me to finish in 20 seconds.
I-
Relax. I'm here for a good time.
I hate when you're scrolling for like 14 pages and you still haven't found the one and you're just like, alright, I'm just done even. Like, this isn't
That's when
even
you go
fun
to
anymore.
pictures when you're that
I would
desperate.
hate to see you sinners search history.
You won't because it's always on incognito mode, which makes no sense. Why are you giving me recommended videos if you don't have my search history saved?
It's still going through your
It
Google
still goes
account.
through, but
Just doesn't keep any of the data.
yeah, it
It's on
doesn't.
Safari.
Yeah, it keeps going through it as long as you keep
Even
searching
iPhones
it.
have incognito mode?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna see it on both.
she's gonna show BBC.
Like, no, see? Click. Oh, well, alright, so you go up here, right here at the bottom, private. Private browsing mode.
Let's see your search history.
You won't be able to see my search. Oh, do you want to see my other search history?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh
Christ.
Jesus!
Let's see.
Look what you started.
I had a weird search history, so let's just go to Google real quick.
What all my searches are?
Oh, look.
A
Look,
list of
it's right
fucking
there.
questions in my search history.
Oh,
You-
back. Beef stew, huh?
yeah, I want to know how to make it. This isn't my search history.
No, but it goes off of recommended videos. From what I've discovered.
No, it doesn't say recommended until you get down further. Recommended for you. There we go. Those are recommended videos. Interesting. Here, we'll just, you know. Let's not
Jeez,
click
I look
on
like
it.
a baby compared to some of these dudes.
Jesus
Good for
Christ!
y'all.
Looking at porn.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's no stepbrother videos in here.
No, there are.
Help,
There
stepbro, I'm
100%
stuck.
Are.
Is there?
Stepbro, I'm
1,000.
stuck. Help.
They're 1,000%.
Those ones are
See
so
what-
stupid. I don't even find those funny.
Oh yeah. It's a nice ass.
Yeah, it kind of is actually. But she looked like she's a little too little. This, yeah, I don't know.
So do you make
Surprisingly-
yourself? I can probably fit my hands around it.
Surprisingly, mine
Well, I lost
isn't
15
as
pounds
much
in,
as
like,
I
3
thought it
weeks.
was going to be.
I didn't eat. I cried for like 3 weeks. We're not going to talk about that. That was depressing. I'm still depressed, but we're
good
just
for you on
be
losing the
depressed
weight.
forever. Thanks.
Mine,
I wasn't bad. Like, I wasn't fat or anything. I just had a lot more chunk on me.
I'm not going to lie, I thought mine was going to be real bad. But mine, I'll show you, I'll read it too,
Today
is
has gone to a different.
mine's Call of Duty
And I like
Vanguard
it.
release date, because a new Call of Duty comes out. Gaming
Gaming
bars in
And no,
mass.
This is not.
Why was the
mine.
Eiffel Tower built? Where's live action Batman movie?
Yeah.
Madden
That's my
22
twin
release
sister's.
date.
Oh my god.
Captain Carter cosplay
It's not
for
like
you.
her full
I
one.
am.
I
Captain
haven't
Carter
finished it
costume
yet, but it's
again.
her.
Taunton
Doesn't wanna do
Gaming
anything
Bar.
crazy.
Tom Brady rookie card value.
I
Sharknado.
don't think that she does, clearly.
She likes feet.
How
No,
to
she
make my
doesn't, but she wants to
PC
make money.
wireless.
She
Shepherd's
make
pie
money, make
recipe
money.
when I was making it that night.
Does
And
she have
Hallmark
any, like,
movie meme.
subscribers yet? Just off
Dude,
her
hey,
random nothing?
want to be disappointed in search history? Look at that one.
What the fuck?
No sex at all in that one.
Let me see this.
You can't scroll.
Call of Duty gaming.
No,
Why
that's
is the Eiffel Tower? What?
because my parents and I were trying to figure out why it was such a big deal at the Eiffel
Who the fuck is
Tower.
Captain Carter?
Peggy Carter in Marvel.
Is a Sharknado like
That's-
a vacuum?
That's a
for you.
movie.
No, it's okay. Hallmark movie meme.
Yeah,
What the fuck are you looking for?
I look for goofy stuff.
How to make my PC watch?
'Cause
What is RSS?
That's how I can track my
RuneScape?
feed for a podcast. No.
Do
RuneScape,
any of you
come
know
on.
what RuneScape is?
Yes.
I know what it is. I never played it.
Why?
I had a life.
I think I still have it chilling on my phone.
I played real games.
RuneScape is a real game. Listen, you missing out.
I'm not missing on nothing.
You are. Look
I'm
at,
already sucked in. I have to
I
do
have
Dungeons
my
and
whole
Dragons with
OSRS.
people, alright?
Like, look. Like, I could
I'm
log
still
in
not
and
impressed.
It's a fun game. Like, I'm like 99 in a lot of things. I still have like 50 in others, but hold on, let me log in and see what my shit is.
We went from porn to RuneScape. I've never had such a dynamic change before on the podcast.
Okay. Question for you guys.
Hmm.
What's a preferred topic to talk to somebody about?
What's the situation?
Nothing serious. Just casually.
Like
looking
you just
around.
bumped
I know
into
you
someone?
don't like to talk about sex. You're not a fan.
Not that I don't like to. I'd rather not.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. But what's the situation? Like I just bumped into you at the store type thing? Like that you mean?
No,
Or
like-
like,
We're sitting around in the living room, just hanging out.
oh, dildos. No, it's,
I was gonna
that's not,
say,
that's not
I
it
can,
at all.
I can enlighten you on a subject or two.
No, I don't know.
I haven't seen that game in probably fucking
If,
10 years.
if it's
I
us
have,
two,
look at all my stats. They're so good.
I
I mean,
saw that.
I don't know what any of that
I
shit
can't
means.
I can't do like certain things because I'm not membership like right now, but like almost all of them are like way past 50, and some of them like how are you gonna go get rune crafting and not want to do it? Like that shit is a grind and a half. Like you wouldn't know, but that shit's a grind and a half. And it takes money. Like you gotta have money for that shit. Buy a bond and everything. Fuck all that. It's a lot of work. That's why I haven't continued with it. But like that's my account from like a year and a half ago that I haven't touched. But I ground a lot for it.
I never touched it once. Someone tried to have me play it.
That's a
I played
lie.
It.
You told me you touched it this afternoon when nobody was
I'm
home.
talking about that.
Mm.
I had the house to myself for 4 hours. What do you mean? Of course. But yeah, fucking. I never
I don't even
even.
need to have a house to myself. Huh?
I tried RuneScape probably for about 30 seconds.
It doesn't bother me.
And I was
The-
like, this is
the thought
stupid,
of
and I
getting
stopped.
caught kind of kinky.
My door doesn't have a lock. Like it doesn't have a lock on it. Like it does, but when you shut the door, the lock doesn't meet the locking space. So like,
So it's like dummy lock.
it's pretty much like it's locked for me. Like if someone came up and jiggled it around, ooh, it's locked. But like, boop, you push it, it's open.
Huh.
Mhm.
Nice.
My sister fucked that whole house up. So
Nice.
like I have the biggest hole in my wall from it.
Yeah, that's why.
Like exhibitionism. It's kind of.
I don't know what
Kind
they
of a
were
cool
doing.
thing.
I don't know how you get holes in the wall like that. You gotta take a whole panel out now.
I got a funny story about holes in walls, actually. It's nothing weird.
Actually,
I
I
was
do
gonna say,
too.
did you put your fist through a wall?
No, I put my brother's head through a wall.
Oh. Oh.
I got a
Yeah, I
funny
want
one
to
too
hear
when
this
I was
one
a kid.
actually.
Yeah, it was a good portion of revenge. You know, my brother lives in Florida. He's my only full brother, full sibling. He used to come up for about 2 weeks to 4 weeks a year. Summertime, wintertime. We used to get along great. There's always be those days where we'd fight. We'd argue. It would turn into a fist fight. One day, we were not fighting, actually. We were just fucking around wrestling. Upstairs in my grandmother's house. Sitting there wrestling with each other. And he hit me in the balls. I got mad and pushed him, and his head went through the wall. I thought I was gonna die. Not from him, from my grandmother.
But yeah, I was gonna say,
I
your
thought she was
grandmother, you
gonna
need to watch
fucking
out for
kill
her.
me.
That's what I was thinking. As soon as you said your grandmother's house, it would have been different if it was like your house or whatever. But your grandmother's house, you know damn well she's getting the wooden spoon ready. Like, she's gonna beat the shit out of you with that wooden spoon as soon as you fucking like do some shit like that. My grandmother, for sure, wooden spoon, right away.
I've been hit with it
Didn't
twice
play.
in my life.
Yeah, and then you
I
were.
learned to be a real good
Yeah,
kid.
exactly. My mom just had to give me that look in the grocery store, like,
Uh-huh.
like she would just say Courtney Joyce,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I just got the death stare, and then that was it.
Yeah,
That's
no.
all I needed.
My mom made sure to add my middle name. As soon as she added my middle name, I knew to quit whatever the fuck I was doing because my ass was about to get beat in 3 seconds if I didn't stop.
I don't remember ever hearing my middle name. I hate being called Michael, and it's only, I don't know why I don't like it, but if someone calls me Michael, I know it's important, so I listen. That's what they always do.
I call you Michael all the time fucking around. Why don't I know this news?
I think it's
It doesn't
different because
bug
you're
me.
fucking around.
Yeah,
like,
that
rather
doesn't
than like
bug me.
when you, it's probably more in a situation where he's not expecting it, and here it's Michael,
Yeah,
and he's like, whoa.
Yeah, if it ever gets serious, you'll know that my tone of voice. Michael!
no, I know.
That even sounded like a joke,
Well, it was meant to sound more serious. I can't do it.
but it still
here.
sounded like a joke, even sounding more serious. But it's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, if anyone had to get my
Like it
attention,
sounded more assertive, in a joking, assertively way.
Well, it's because it was in that instance.
Mhm.
yeah, it was
It wasn't a serious situation.
But you
If we
could
were
tell.
gonna die, and it was like that serious, you would.
yeah, it's only if you need my attention that bad and you say Michael, it's probably the fastest I'll ever react, is if you say that.
Have you ever had to call him Michael?
I have, but he didn't like it.
No.
I went.
Oh,
I can't. I'm not,
You
I'm
can't you can't even do this on the podcast 'cause it involves names. You can't.
yeah, I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
Long story short, she said my father's name instead of mine. Pretty much.
Oh!
And I said,
wrong middle name. She goes, Michael, I love you, and I said, that's my father.
and I looked
We were
at
just
him,
laying there. We weren't doing
Yeah.
anything. We were just laying in bed.
And I-
And I looked at her. I said, dude, that's my father.
and I was like, oh my god.
You must have been so embarrassed at that moment too.
Oh, I
can
was.
only imagine.
Oh, I was.
Oh my.
I gotta write down my horrifying thought for the end of this.
Oh, great.
I can only imagine. With the way that this conversation has had twists and turns and everything, I can imagine. Oh, that's funny though.
And I'm
I
not gonna
would-
give away the joke.
I would sincerely die away. Like, die and pass away, just completely, just, I am nothing now. I'm glad I'm single now, because
Aw.
at least that way, I don't gotta worry about that.
It's like every guy in his family is named Michael.
My
I do know
grandfather,
a lot
my
of people named
father.
Michael.
I'm technically a third, but we don't have the same middle name, so I'm not.
100% a third, but really a third. A third Michael in the family.
Yeah.
Excuse
Yikes.
me. It was weak.
We all have, like, middle names in my family, like, that are tossed around, but names, I think everybody pretty much doesn't have the same name in my family.
Yeah, we got a lot of mics in mine.
My family's petty, and will, like, my older sister's so petty that her and my cousin were pregnant at the same time, exact same time, due at the same day. My sister made sure to get induced the day before her, like my cousin's due date, just so she could steal the name.
Oh, jeez.
That's
Oh,
petty. I would fuck her up.
She did it. She stole the name. She got induced the day before, had the baby the day before, and then the next day, which just so happens to be my ex-boyfriend's birthday, which is hysterical, is my cousin's birthday. I love it. She had to change the name and everything. She was so angry.
I would fuck her up.
Yeah. My sister is the queen of petty. She called the
Tom
cops.
Petty herself.
Pretty much. She called. Well, her and I got into a fist fight because they got mad at her for putting me in like debt, and I was like, "Why aren't you paying the like bills?" And she's like, "Because I can do what I want. It's my money." And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And I remember saying something disrespectful to her, and this bitch had the flu at the time, and she leaned in my face and just went. I just breathed in my face. So I hocked a loogie on her, which is the most disrespectful thing I've ever done, and I don't even know why I did it. It just happened. Then we got into a fist fight. My sister is the queen of petty, like blew in my face, and I did in fact get the flu after. So
I've been in one fist fight in the middle of traffic, and it's because some dude spit on me. I was coming home from my friend's house over in Easton. Pull out of her street, right on 106. This dude pulls out in front of me. He's going slow, and he speeds up. Going slow, speeds up. Finally, he pulls over. I get in front of him. He does the same thing behind me. I'm maintaining the speed limit, 35, straight down the road.
aren't you a good noodle?
I was. I am, man. I still drive like a grandpa. Anyways, we pull into 138. It's the same thing. Right up my ass, quarter mile back. Right up my ass, quarter mile back.
I eat dinner first, goddamn.
Seriously. So would you like me to lube it up for you? So we pull up to the light. Of course, everybody's dead center with each other. This fucking douchebag pulls up right beside me. Okay. I'm sitting there smoking a cigarette, my window's open. Yelling some bullshit that is next to me. I'm not listening to him. He's like, "Hey, douchebag!" He fucking hawks a loogie on me. Get out. I put my truck in park. I get out. I punch him through his window. I smash his head into the steering wheel. This old lady was terrified. My truck took off. I left him with a broken nose. His nose was fucking bleeding everywhere. I'm like, "Don't spit on me."
I'm like, wow. When you said old lady
Yikes.
as if you're part of like a motorcycle gang, like type of like shit, or in the South at least. And two, he's got balls. He's got balls to get out and like spit on you, like
Yeah.
especially because you weren't paying attention to him or anything. Like you heard him, obviously,
Right.
but it's
I
like
wasn't
a
being a
little
prick to him or anything.
Like
Like,
a
what the fuck
yappy
is your
dog.
issue?
He was having a bad day.
Well, go beat your dick if you're having a fucking bad day.
he's-
Don't spit on somebody.
He was having an
Right?
even worse day after you
Yeah,
guys
no
had
shit.
after you guys had your altercation. Did you ever get in trouble for that?
No.
No shit. Wow.
He was probably too high on drugs anyways.
More
He
than
had no
likely.
teeth left. He was all fucked up.
There was probably something going on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was probably on something. That's why he was so confrontational.
Now, his old lady was horrified, but she was laughing.
Mm.
I turned it back to her. I was like, "I'm sorry." And she started pissing her pants laughing.
Really?
She was like, "He deserves that." I'm like, "I'll do it again."
Wait, do you want to see it? Like, I can rewind. You can rewind that.
He's sitting over there.
She
he's
was probably
crying.
thinking to herself, like, shit, I've been waiting for some motherfucker to do that shit.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he did the same thing to her.
Wouldn't be
It's what,
surprised.
it's what it seemed like. She was all... It looked like she had a black eye, but she was kind of like hidden in the shadows, so I couldn't really see.
Was this during, like, the day or night?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bright
broad
day.
day, huh? No shit. Ballsy for midday.
Mm-hmm.
On the 138, too. Cops fucking fly down that shit.
You
I saw
know-
at least 4 of them on 138 today.
Oh, yeah. They're everywhere now.
And it was only like a mile stretch that I was on it.
You ever gone down there on a Friday night?
I'd rather not. But yeah, I used to work there.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I used to
fucking
work Friday
obnoxious.
nights and delivering the newspapers down 138 and like 106 and all into fucking, like Taunton, all Dighton, Rehoboth, all that. Like that whole area we would cover and shit like that. So
Dighton's pretty good. They're few and far between, but...
Rehoboth, the cops there, don't ever get fucking pulled over by them. They will
Nope,
pull
they're
their own.
fucking assholes.
They will arrest their own grandmother. They will arrest their own grandmother for driving like too slow. For real. Because they're just assholes.
You want to talk about doing something ballsy in broad daylight? How about shooting someone in fucking Dorchester in broad daylight?
People have done it in Taunton.
I was right down the street from it at work.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that you saw that. Like you saw it or like just
Yeah,
heard it?
in my mirrors. I was pouring on a job. I look, I'm just sitting there pouring, so I just look around, see what's going on. I see the library in Dorchester behind me. I just keep looking like, well, that's a big building. I see a fancy truck pull up, like, Whatever. Then you hear 6 shots go off. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I look in my mirror again. I see a guy drop, a guy running. That car's gone. So I don't know
Wow.
if the person was in that car that did the shooting, or if someone was already outside the car and was shooting. The car just took off. I have
It
no
was
idea.
probably a drive-by
But-
almost.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to see what happened.
I was gonna
but
say,
shit.
did you even like talk to the police? Because like you're technically a witness to that,
No, they had it all covered already.
but you saw it. Like you saw shit. Regardless, they should have questioned everybody in the vicinity.
They didn't.
Fucking up their jobs, man.
They caution taped the whole area. You can see my truck a mile away. I'm right on the other side of the street.
Mhm.
They didn't even come over to the job site, nothing.
They didn't decide to ask the people that are literally working in that area.
No. They were there for probably a half an hour.
Well, you
And
can
then I look
tell
back,
they
they were
didn't want to
gone.
fucking do their job that day.
Seriously.
Hey, well, you know what? One of them was my detail cop for that job. He took off over that, and he didn't come back after.
One, isn't that like a safety thing? Like
Yeah.
he kind of needs to be there.
Well, no.
There's certain they're not supposed to leave unless certain instances like that happen.
Oh.
Something like that's a little different. But yeah, he never came back after, though.
You would
So
think they would have checked with you guys, or at least attempted to.
Right.
I think the only reason why not is
I
because...
figure.
So, like, I was on a job over here, and then intersection for Blue Hill Ave, and then that street was over here. So there was that big strip in between, where I think that's why they just didn't come over, because there's not guarantee of what we could have seen from over it.
Doesn't matter. A witness is a witness. They
Yeah,
know
but-
that. They will literally friggin' question hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people for like a store robbery. Like this
We're
person.
talking about Dorchester, though. They don't do that up there. They don't care.
No, they don't. That's what I. That's,
That's
the
why
point.
I'm not concerned. 'cause
Most
I know how
times they
are.
would. Like you'd think a shooting would be something they'd care about, but when it comes to like a grocery store robbery, they'll ask everybody that was in that grocery store that day and track them all down to find them. You know.
All I know is they're talking to the guy
Priorities.
that fled from the scene. Like, when one guy dropped and one guy ran, they were talking to him, so I don't know if they got all the info they needed from him, because he was right there. Like, they shot the dude standing next to him. They didn't shoot
Is he
him at
dead?
all. Yeah, the dude got shot 6 times.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dropped dead. I watched him
50
drop
Cent got
dead.
shot 9 times.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Dead ass. I was about to say like that's not a guarantee you're gonna be dead. It just
Curtis
means
Jackson.
No, and they said one was a headshot, so if he's alive, that's impressive.
well.
Either that or he got shot by a 22.
I don't know.
Usually you die fast enough because it bounces around.
Honestly, it was
I didn't know that.
way
Oh,
too
shit.
Very
loud.
low velocity
Way too
round.
loud to be a 22. That had to be at least a 9. That was not that cool. I thought it was
Oh,
cops
we can shoot
shooting.
mine off, see how loud it is.
No, we're not shooting that off down here.
Aw.
She
Not
says
down
on.
here.
No, we're not shooting it
I
anywhere.
wouldn't allow
I
that
literally held a
anyways.
gun earlier and I was very excited. I wanted to go shoot it, but I know like I
Made
can't
me
do that.
moist.
Well, when I went to California,
She
when
says,
I was
well-
16, like I wanted to, like I shot guns when I was down there. I mean, I probably shouldn't have, but like, fuck it, why not? We were in the desert, so we did. And ever since, I've liked guns. So
They're fun, but you gotta be real careful with them.
I know. Oh, trust me, I know. I'm better at shooting a moving target though. Like standing still target's not my forte, but like if you're running, phew, if you're running, watch out.
Only thing about a moving target is you gotta anticipate the shot.
Exactly.
Shoot ahead.
I know. That's like I used to hit the shots and flee in the air and all that stuff. That was a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
I was really good at that.
I still never shot yet, and I have a license.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I haven't shot a gun yet.
I
Don't
can
you
get
need
some
to like
ammo.
practice and stuff before you get like they don't make you go through classes or anything?
I
or
did
you
the
have to-
classes. You don't have. It's not mandatory to shoot.
Some towns are, some states are.
It's fun.
I did it in Foxborough, the class. It wasn't mandatory to shoot. And here in Bridgewater, they just hand out the licenses to you, pretty much.
They don't in Taunton.
Well, yeah, you're in time.
Well, I mean,
Have you seen Taunton?
Like, my
Yes.
father and I put ours in, and my uncle. All 3 of us, we all live in Bridgewater. We got ours the week after we put in our paperwork.
Shit, can I put my addresses here? Like,
We got it, no problem. Did my fingerprints and everything. Obviously, nothing came with my record. I'm all good to go.
if I did something under the age of 18 that was almost a felony, can that stop me from getting my license?
Depends if it's expunged and depends what it is.
Um,
If it's assault or aggravated assault.
Shoplifting, almost like grand larceny.
You'd have to talk to the chief.
It was a little underground larceny. It was like $205 worth of shit.
If he
Wasn't
even
just
brings it
me.
up. Usually juvenile records are sealed.
I think it might have been expunged only for the fact that they made me go through like a shit ton of programs and I had to pay some money and fucking take a shoplifting course online, which was 6 hours long.
Teaches you how to shoplift better.
Seriously.
This is what you did, and you fucked up. This is what you do this time.
Pretty much. No, it was more of a, this is why you don't shoplift, and da-da-da-da-da, like, all the laws against it. Like,
Hey,
it
put
was
your pants back on.
It was the longest fucking
If I don't
course.
want to.
I won't complain.
But I hope not, because that would kind of suck. I heard in Texas, though, you can get your gun license, like, all you need is just your license, and just go and be like, hey,
Yeah.
no training, no nothing.
Well, yeah, look at half the people that own like AKs and RPGs down there.
Like,
they
I
can go wherever they
could-
want down there.
My dad has a whole ass gun for me that for when I get my license. He won't give it to me until I do.
Really? I wonder why.
He knows I'm responsible.
That didn't sound promising.
I'm the most responsible of my family. Let's say that.
Is that still good or bad?
I have a
not
steady.
sure.
I have
That
a-
story didn't sound. The stories you were telling us doesn't sound that's impressive.
Yeah. Listen, I've done the least of both of my sisters. I can
You
say-
done the least. That doesn't mean
And-
anything, though.
And I graduated when I was supposed to. I had a very good like grade system. Got into a bunch of different colleges. I haven't gone. We're not going to talk about that though.
I have no interest in college. I dropped out quick.
I want to go back. I need the motivation.
This semester, no, this is stupid, and I stopped.
I did like half a semester, but they were fucking me over. Like they wanted me to get my book for my math class.
Mhm.
They were like, for the first 2 weeks it's free, da da da, and then you pay for it. So I went to go pay for it with a credit card, and it would not buy the book. It would not buy the book no matter what credit card I used, no nothing. So I was failing that class, and I'm like, I'm not paying money to fail a class. Like I'm paying almost like $20,000, like for this. I mean, not including like scholarships and all that stuff that did take money away. I think in the end it was like $5,000 for the year. But I'm not going to pay that if I'm going to fail.
College is a fucking scam anyways.
For real.
Dude, when I was going, I did my first semester, fine. I passed all my classes, no surprise. I was top of my class for sports management. Of course, I'm top for sports, because
What is good?
that's all I know. Well, my classes were easy. It was basic math, and then it was sports class. And I was like, really? I got to take a sports class? They teach you how to like do interviews, and my teacher hated me because I did the Belichick answers all the time. 'Cause that's just how I'd be if I was a coach. He's like, you gotta have more answers. I'm like, why? The greatest coach of all time gives bullshit answers, and he does just fine. You'd be so mad. He's like, so why'd you bench this guy? I'm like, we have better people on the roster. And he's like, that's it. I'm like, yeah, I answered your question. You'd be so mad. But I'm still top of my class.
What did he want? Like a 3-page essay of why you fucking
Pretty much.
like,
Everyone else
traded
was
someone?
like, yeah, well, this player was doing this and this. I'm like, why are you giving them details? I don't want them to know what this guy can and can't do.
Yeah.
They'll figure out the hard way.
You don't want
They'll
to
figure out when his ass is on the field.
That's like sitting there having an interview and like someone from a newspaper asking you, all the fucking secrets, and then every other team writing that shit down. No.
Yeah, that's
That's
why
not smart.
I even give people Belichick answers now. If they ask me, what are you doing today? I'm like, oh, I'm working and hanging out. That's all they'll get for an answer. And they're like, so
That's
what are you
pretty
doing?
vague.
But that's all I do. I don't like
Sometimes-
get telling every ounce of info. I do it all the time to people. It's fun, especially
get so
when people
frustrated.
at work ask me like, why do you want to know? You don't really care what I'm doing. You just want to know because you're a nosy asshole. That's why you want to know.
No, unless it was like something like when you genuinely know they want to like do something with you, but like you can always kind of tell who
Yeah.
the fuck's asking. Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't quiet.
I don't care if it was or wasn't. We're hanging out.
I was gonna cough, trying to make it seem a little better.
That's
Could have
whatever.
taken it over there instead of putting it right in front
You
of
could
me.
go in the other room because you can't hear shit out there.
He said I'm a little lazy, was really feeling like getting up, but just I wasn't thinking about it.
I really don't care.
Here
I've
we
done it
are.
plenty of times.
My knees hurt. I feel like
You're not that old.
So random.
There's videos on my channel where
What the fuck did you do?
Actually, the memory of
Can
it
I
came
touch
up
it?
today. Yeah.
Ah!
Listen!
Ah, Courtney.
she jumped a mile too.
Is it soft?
It's kind of squishy.
Ah!
Can I touch it?
What is this your kneecap right here? I can't reach
Here.
it. You come over
Oh, so
here.
you can get
You can
up.
sit on my lap if you want.
Wait, it doesn't feel squishy.
That sounds
is
like a good
squishy.
time.
It is squishy, like not far
Can you
in.
watch?
Well, this is kind of squishy right here.
I'll turn the
Yeah,
camera
that's
on.
What
swelling
happened?
right there.
What?
That's swelling.
Why?
Look, this is squishy.
I don't know. If I was my knee, I knew
Is
it.
this
I
your
would know.
kneecap? Like right there?
Right here.
That's an answer.
This is
I
not
get
your
from
whole
Mikey.
kneecap. What is all this?
That's
Like,
his muscle.
no, this is all swollen and shit.
Feel
What
these
did you?
bad boys.
What did you do?
That's his muscle up there.
But what did you do?
That's
here?
part of his kneecap.
I dragged out on the ground for about 15 feet.
Why?
Fell off my bike.
Oh,
Do it
why?
on
Like a
purpose.
bicycle?
Hey,
or?
hey,
Yeah.
why? Yeah, why just sit there and do that, idiot?
Fucking idiot!
That's what to drag your knees. Not that long.
I just more so meant like, what the fuck was the cause of that? Like, what made you go 15 feet down the fucking road?
That's like last
Well,
week.
the beauty of it, I'll tell you the story.
Wait, can I say something? I graduated last year, and I don't hate college. Thank you.
I don't.
I like how it's like the only thing you said this whole episode. You just sat there. You are
Welcome to the
tired.
podcast, Alyssa. It's nice to finally hear from
I
you.
know.
You are tired, aren't you?
A little.
That
It's
some
okay,
college
though.
ain't that bad. Like, it just,
I
that
like
college
it.
I went to sucked.
I know she had fun with college. She got frustrated with stuff, but when she had her schoolwork, I came down here, so she had no distractions. I'd work
love
down
that.
here the whole time, and she'd be in the room. She'd have Sam in the room. She'd just hang out up there, and I'd be down here all night.
Honestly, now that I'm single, I won't ever have to worry about that shit again. I can actually go to school and not listen to, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Every
She
10
wouldn't even.
seconds.
She wouldn't even hear that if I was playing. I laugh more than anything when I play games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this
She'll
is,
hear that
like,
through my
in
headset.
bedroom.
Someone yelling at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my ex yelling at you. Like, yeah.
Well, don't. Here's the little
Like
reference.
100%.
Don't do what my ex-girlfriend did. Don't turn to the college doorknob.
What?
Everybody had their turn with her.
Oh.
Oh my god, no.
I'm just saying, it's a little friendly piece of advice. Don't do that.
I already had a lot of people tell me, if you want to get over someone, get under another person. Absolutely not. We're not doing all
That's
that.
not how
Fuck
that
that.
works.
You sit there, you
Nope.
get on top of someone. That's how you get over someone.
Shows
Yeah,
dominance.
I'm gonna fuck you this time.
Pulls out a strap on. It's like this long. I'm fucking you, bitch.
Listen, a small one can be fun. You pull that fucking monster thing out, I'll smack you with it.
And she goes, all right, we have some fun tonight. You just hear.
All right, Ron Jeremy.
It's like this.
Wrong type of fun.
Is that thick and this long? Yeah, all right, we're having fun tonight. No lube.
Oh my god, no lube. That's excessive.
Just a little bit of
It's a party.
spit or something.
It's a party.
Yeah, like, exactly. A little bit of spin or
It's
something.
like a dry finger in the ass. That
Ew.
don't work.
That's not fun.
Or
He's
is
such
it?
a prude.
It's not as fun as you think. Trust me.
Do you want to talk about that other thing?
Oh yeah.
No.
I'll bring up quick, so I don't need a whole topic on it. I just want to get off my chest. It's stupid. Why? I don't get why school systems are doing this now. At, like, every age, asking sex orientation of kids. Like, my friend's 4-year-old was on the paperwork. She literally had it on there circled, and it says sex orientation, straight, gay, I think bisexual, and other, I think was another option. And then then my friend wrote on the bottom, she's only 4, and that's what she turned it in as.
Well,
Like-
when you're that age, you don't know your elbow from your nipple. What
No.
the fuck? How are you gonna
You
know?
don't even know what you're interested in.
No.
Right.
All they care about is women, little girls are usually in Barbies or My Little Ponies,
Yep.
and boys are in, like, sports and video games.
Right.
Last thing they care about is the opposite sex or same sex if they are gay. That, like, they don't fucking
Well,
know.
I
They don't
work
care.
with 4-year-olds, and they like dinosaurs and like things like that. Not video
What?
games.
But
Well, that's
still,
because the government, the schools, they're all run by
like I
fucking
said, they're trying to
pedophiles.
brainwash them. It's fucking weird.
Part of me feels like it's because of the whole like LGBTQ community being so
It's so strong right
like
now.
right.
It is,
so
but
strong.
I think that's fucked up because they're telling the kids what they like. You can't tell them what they like.
Some
It's
people
not even that
aren't,
it's
like-
strong.
some people are, some people aren't.
It's overpowered is what it is.
Thank you.
I think
That's
some people
exactly
take
what I
it a
was
little
gonna
bit
say.
too far, especially asking like a 4-year-old. Yes, they are able to like tell you what they like, but they're not going to tell you if they're straight, bisexual, or whatever. They can tell you, oh, I like to play with like Barbie dolls. If they're a boy and they say I like to play with Barbie dolls, okay, cool. There's that, but there should be no need to ask like
No,
what
you don't
their
need to know.
like what their sexual orientation is, because they have no idea what sex or anything like that is. Like,
No.
what does that matter?
They don't even know if they're even interested to any other person besides their friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
They have no fucking clue.
Like, they don't start even like thinking about things like that until they're way older.
No,
or at
they're in
least
their
I didn't.
teens at least.
I mean, my
I'd
some-
say
sometimes a little
between,
younger,
I'd say
depends on the
between
person.
10,
Depends on the
10 and
person.
12.
she's definitely right. because my niece just turned 10 and she's about the same, like, you know,
You start looking at boys.
Well,
like,
that's when they get
and
their
she's
first
talking about having,
boyfriends
like,
and all that.
crushes.
Yeah, like
Little
close
kid
friends.
things.
Right, it's more of crushes on, like, TV and stuff like that, but, like,
I was behind because my first
she's
girlfriend I
still
was
thinking about
21.
it. But,
Now she's fiance.
but still, like,
That's how you
it's
do
not
it.
about when you, it's about when you thought of, like, that kind of stuff, when you started being interested in that stuff. Kids aren't interested in that stuff until, like, at least, like, 10 to 12 years of age, when they start being more curious, not even, like, being interested, but just being a little more curious about it. You know,
Yeah.
it does, you don't need to ask a 4-year-old who's going into, like, kindergarten or, like, daycare or some shit what their sexual orientation is. That's a bit much.
Well, that's why I
You
think.
shouldn't be asking anybody that. until
No,
they're
it's none of their
adult, and
business.
Even then, it's none of your fucking business.
Right.
I don't know why it's on anything, to be honest with you.
It's not.
Anybody's business.
It's like even now, like the whole vaccine thing. That's none of your business either if they are or aren't. Why does it matter to you? What's it gonna do if you know if they are or aren't? What's gonna stop anything from changing?
Right.
The whole world's gonna keep on going the way it is.
Well, any place that is, like, run by Live Nation, you know, like the ticket place,
Yeah.
any place run by Live Nation, they're making it so that you have to have documentation of either a negative COVID test or a vaccination for you to be able to attend any concert, and that's going for performers as well.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they're
Las
making
Vegas
it
does
like
that
that.
for their football team. Las Vegas
Really?
Raiders. You can't go to the NFL game unless you're vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like the negative test, I can understand that.
That's
But,
fine.
like, why do you need a documentation of vaccination? As long as you make sure, like, someone gets a negative test before they go.
Like that's the
Cool.
thing that I think makes more sense. Don't say you have to show you're vaccinated. Just make sure you're negative. And that's more safe than going through the personal stuff. That's personal, asking that stuff.
And all you have to do is get a rapid test that day. Make sure you get, like, a negative test. It's not like they're specifying, oh, you
Yeah.
have to get, like, that 3-day test. Make sure you get it 3 days, and then that day that you go, it possibly come in, possibly not. You know, like, they're not making it difficult. They're just saying, you need to do this.
Like the Raiders game, what they're doing is they're having a COVID testing facility outside it. So if you're not vaccinated, they test you, which
Really?
is fine. Yeah,
That's awesome.
which is great. But then when you have that stadium can hold about 500,000 people. So what if 400,000 aren't
Didn't,
vaccinated? So you're gonna have 400,000 people sit there, and you probably can't test that many people. You don't have enough.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just gonna fucking blow up their own damn system that way.
True.
That's
And
why
it
they
lose-
shouldn't.
Well, they're not going to lose money. Like, if someone comes there knowing that they're not vaccinated or they're not tested, that's on them if they don't get to see the show and they're, like, waiting for it to be tested there. Because you never know. Like you said, there could be so many people there that they don't get enough tests and that they don't have enough for everybody to be able to go into that. And then, what? People lose their money? Okay, cool. That was on you. That's your fault.
Yeah, I just don't get why they're pushing it so hard. They're pushing everything too hard right now for everything to go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta let it fade back in. You can't just force it on everyone.
Well, they tried pretty much forcing it on everybody, and now look, they want a lot more people to start wearing
Well,
masks.
they're starting
again.
they're starting to talk about on the news this morning about the boosters, the
Mhm.
booster shot. So I found out it's 8 months after your second vaccine,
Okay.
you can get this booster.
But still, they want that. They're pushing that real hard.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, they shouldn't be trying to force everything. Like, you're right. They should be coasting kind of back into, like, going normal, because we're not gonna get any better if we just all of a sudden one day say, oh, no more masks. Everybody goes out and does what they want.
Leave it as optional. If they want to wear masks, wear them. If they don't want to, don't wear them. Plain and simple. Just let the
Now-
herd die out on its own
I
now.
honestly think they're gonna start making us all wear masks again, mandatory, which really sucks.
Don't worry, it'll come to the point where we all have numbers on our arms, just like they did back in the 40s. Not that I'm some big conspiracy theorist, but
Well, they're practically
I'm not.
getting that way with this.
but that's what I mean. It's fucked up.
History repeats itself. That's
Right.
all.
I don't agree with it.
No,
I think it's
neither.
bullshit.
Unfortunately, we're gonna just have to fucking live with it, which sucks.
But that's the beauty of the Constitution. You have the right to overthrow a tyrannic government.
You do. But are people brave enough?
Nobody in my generation,
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Everybody's literally pussies. Everybody.
That sucks.
But it is what it is. I mean, maybe we'll end up. Is it?
Mhm.
I can get these for like maybe 20. I don't know. I get them cheaper. But maybe our generation, like when we decide to have kids, sorry, I have a text. But anyways, I'm thinking more like because we already know that this like coming up generation behind us is all pussies, that maybe the kids that we have, we won't raise them to be such pussies and maybe more accepting of shit because it's kind of annoying.
I'm raising our kids the way I was raised.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of anything. I do what's right. I don't sit there and get told what to do.
What do you mean?
I know myself
Right.
what's
Well,
right. And that's
here's
the
the
problem.
thing.
Our generation does what they're told that's right. That's the problem. They just follow. None of our generation is leaders, period.
No.
There's probably maybe 5 if we're lucky that can be a leader. And the rest of us just follow. They're herds. That's all they are.
Well, I like what you said the other day to me about how you're going to teach our son and our daughter the same things. Like,
Yeah.
you fix your car, you're going to fix it with the boy and the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm
If
gonna
we
teach
have a
both.
boy and a girl.
Yeah, whatever we have. I'm going to teach him or her the exact same thing. And I'm not going to play favorites like, all right, the boy needs to know this. And no, they're both going to learn whatever the hell they need to know.
I feel that. I mean, I already know, like, my tire blew the other day at, like, 1 o'clock in the morning. My ass got out and changed my own tire. Did I, like, was I going to call AAA? No. I have a donut in my car for that reason.
Yeah.
If you have someone, like, if you have a spare tire in your car, you have a jack, you have everything you need, why pay the money to call someone else when, like, you can just be taught that by your parents? Like, I don't see why it would be that hard. I mean, some people don't know. You know, never really got the chance to learn. Okay, that's understandable. But if
Yeah.
you know, I feel like you're doing your children an injustice by not teaching them, like, you know,
Yeah.
how to do that kind of thing. Or change your oil.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Kind of things like that. Like, that's all stuff I had to learn, but, you know, mainly because of the car that I had. But in general, people should learn that stuff. Kind of
Yeah.
like balancing your damn checkbook. You should know how to do that. Do I know how to? No, I don't.
I don't either. I blame that on the schools.
They have classes to do it in schools, though. It's just who gets put in that class and stuff. It's usually, honestly, in Taunton High, when I went, like, it was more of a class that was given to either people who decided to take it, it's called management, or some shit like that, or it was for people who didn't apply themselves. It was just kind of delinquents and they needed to shove them in some class.
Mhm.
They would shove them in that class, and that was it. But, like, most kids didn't get to take that.
That's not the right way to do it. So
No.
I still blame the schools then.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the way it was at Old Colony, it was senior year, which wasn't enough years to do it. Every senior would go through a specific class, taught you about balance and checkbooks. It wasn't in depth, but they taught you little things
the
about
basics,
it.
yeah.
That
That's
should
still
be a
useful.
mandatory class, just like home ec.
And what we did,
And they stopped doing home ec, too.
Right.
I know.
What we
All
did-
the-
Like you
Fun.
should.
too was
Here's the thing:
fun.
you should have to know how to cook, how to clean,
These are all
Balance
things you're gonna
checkbook.
learn when you get older. Like when
and
you
do
when
basic
you,
maintenance to the
yeah.
car as well.
when you're growing up, like, and you're an adult, like, you can't just go, hey mom, hey dad, can you balance my checkbook for me? Hey mom, can you come over and, like, cook this food for me? How do I do this? Like, you gotta start. I mean, you could, but, like, it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic to ask other people to come and do these things for you that, like, should have been taught to you at a much earlier age.
it's different if you ask like for the first time ever, just say, hey, can you teach me how to do this? And then if you have
Right.
questions along the way, like, hey, so I did this, but this doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mom knows all that stuff. If I fuck something
Yeah.
up, I'm going to her right away. Like, hey, I did this. What did I fuck up on? She'll just tell me what it is. She was nervous at first. She thought I couldn't do anything on my own because
Yeah.
I drive all damn day. I can't do stuff. Like I can't set up appointments. Nothing.
Mm.
My mom works from home. She sets them up for me, and that's only because I had the luxury of her working from home. She does it for me. She thought I wouldn't last 2 seconds without it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
dude,
literally said to him, I had a conversation, I was like, what are we going to do when we move out? Like, you think your mom's going to just do everything for you? I was like, because I'm not.
and I said, I'll step up. Plain simple.
But that's being a real man, though, because if you're gonna sit here and be like, I don't know, maybe figure it out. I don't know. I might step it up. I don't know. My mom might do it. Like, that's kind of shitty, especially if you're trying to, like, live with someone and figure
Yeah.
your life out, you know. But at least you're stepping up and you're like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm just taking. It's not really taking advantage. My mom does it because she knows I can't. Like my father doesn't make his appointments because he does the same thing as me.
Mhm.
We drive all day. We can't do it.
I mean, I talk all the time while I'm driving, but I know, like, your job
I can get
is
my
such,
license
like, right.
suspended for 30 days if I touch my phone on the
Exactly.
road. So I can't even risk it.
Yeah.
So that's why she just does it for me. She just texts me, hey, this day, this time's your appointment. And I just, okay, thanks.
And
I
at
just
least
leave it
that
at
way,
that.
when you get a chance, like, you can just respond.
Yeah.
But it is difficult. Like, I don't have my CDL or anything like that where I need to worry about that. I am on driving probation until December.
Really?
Yeah. More like I've gotten a couple tickets for driving the left lane and doing 80, and I fought them in one, but then 6 months after getting another one, I had like gotten another ticket for doing 82 and a 65, and
Just very naughty.
listen, I didn't have a speedometer. It didn't work. I was using an app on my phone, and because like I had a Zoom meeting, and I like showed the cop, like I was like, this is the app, like see, it's a little speedometer, like I had my sister holding it, like stuff like that, like I was like cop had his lights on before I even passed him. So he's basically just like, alright, well, because you are in court right now for 2 tickets, I'll let one go, and the other one I'm just going to put you on probation for 6 months, so don't get a citation. If you get a citation, you'll know, and then you'll have to come to court again, and then you'll be found at fault for both. So, I gotta be a good noodle, and I hit a pedestrian at one point.
Jesus!
I like how she casually left that one out. Like, oh yeah, I hit something before.
Were you on your phone?
No,
Yeah, you failed to mention that one, huh?
I was at an
How'd you hit him?
Dr.
Listen,
Dangerous.
I just went up on the sidewalk and hit him. It was in the way. Fucking hit him by my way. Honked and everything.
Listen, it was GTA. I was a little hot. I was a little mad. I wanted to run a couple people over, and this just so happened to be the one. No, didn't happen like
Oh,
that.
I was like, what?
She had a baseball bat, drove by, and wham!
No,
Motherfucker!
I was
Just kept
literally
going.
Jousting! Wham!
Heads up, bitch!
I was literally at the intersection, like right before my house, and I was about to take a left onto my street, and someone flashed me to go, and I looked both ways, made sure nobody was like over like coming to the crosswalk. Nothing. She wasn't at the crosswalk, and so someone flashed me to go. I went to take a left. I'm like partially turned like this into the left lane, and some dude ran the stop sign into the middle of the intersection, blocked me from going, and my ass end is on the crosswalk at this point. Rather than walking behind my bumper, she walks in front of my car. And then as I start, like, I'm about to go, she smacks my car like I hit her. So then I obviously, like, pull over. There's no damage to my car, not a single thing. She's still standing, da-da-da, like, yelling. And I pull into the store, and she's just like, you hit me with your car. And I'm like, no, the fuck I didn't, but okay. And she called the cops. And then as soon as the cops came, she started crying.
Of course they did.
And then a month and 2 weeks later, I saw her walking in a store, caught video of her walking just fine, no crutches, no nothing. And my insurance company paid her $50,000. And would not issue me a private investigator, saying, one, it would be too expensive, and then 2 years later, they decided to be like, no, it was actually because we didn't know where she would be. And I'm like, really? Because she
That's
lived...
what a private investigator
Right.
does.
I was like, she
I know.
literally lived right there, like, right
That's the
by
whole
my
point
house.
of his or her job.
And I was like, I
to
could
figure
tell
that out for
you,
you.
but the thing is, they didn't need that. I could tell him when she got on and off the bus every morning. She got on the bus at 4:30 in the morning. That came right in front of the store that I hit her in front of, and she would get off at 5:30 in the afternoon. And she worked at like a place that was right down the street because it was literally on her scrubs and it was on her lunchbox. Like, if that doesn't tell you that she worked there, I don't know what does.
Like, I think she works at McDonald's or something.
Like, I knew, and funny, there is a fucking McDonald's across the street from there. Dead ass. But yeah,
Ice cream machine was broken.
listen, the ice cream machine was never broken. We were cleaning it.
It's always broken.
No, we
It
were
is.
cleaning
It always
it.
is.
Yeah.
Listen,
I always ask.
Oh, shit.
Hold on.
take it from someone who
Hold
worked
up,
there for so
hold up.
long.
Real quick, you want to say your dirty joke? We'll wrap up.
Yes,
Sure you want to hear it?
I do.
Well, it's either that, I'm going to stop recording mid-sentence, so you choose.
It looks.
Well, since you and your father both have the same name, I hope you know your mother's name, moaned your name up in her bed.
Oh my god.
I've heard a lot worse, so I mean, that was
I just
nothing.
can't say I was expecting it.
I've heard a lot worse from my own relatives.
Oh.
So step up your game.
I
That's all I
didn't say it
gotta
was going to
say.
be bad, I just said it was going to be dirty.
I've heard dirtier. You disappointed me there. Not impressed.
Oh,
Not
that's,
impressed
don't
one
dad
bit.
me. Fuck you, don't dad me.
Yeah, too late. Disappointing you, son.